A very good day from me, Neil Maurice. The dateline now is Wednesday, the 30th of March. This is the penultimate day of this first of the spring months. And I think you'll agree that this week, different, of course, to how it was last week. Well, I was in sunny Dubai because you were also in sunny UK. Not so much the case here. It's rather cold and a bit more inclement, if that's the right word. But we can look forward to some super weather next week for Aintree. And while I'm not one to look back too much, I think it is wise occasionally to reflect on what happened the day before. Yesterday, of course, my bet on the free service, well, it ran into a 40-1 rocket. I don't know where that one came from, but I will say I am a man who prefers to look forward, to look ahead rather than look back. And that's what I'm doing right now when I tell you that with the start of the flat, which will kick in, of course, next week, there is this strange situation where you get the Lincoln at Doncaster and the Brocklesby in that opening day, and then there's a gap before the next of the turf flat racing. Very strange, but it will happen soon. And not only that, but it's, of course, it's paralleled with that wonderful meeting at Aintree for the Grand National, which, of course, is a week on Saturday. 3 days of top-class jumping in Liverpool, and I will be there. Of course I will. But without any more hesitation or delay, I'd like to give you my free bet today, and it's one that I think is worth waiting for. It runs in the nightcap at this meeting of Market RASEN, the nightcap being at 4:40, and this is a 2 3/4 mile handicap chase. Well, one trainer I'm really pleased to say has got a couple of useful horses in her stable is Ruth Jefferson, because of course Ruth's top horse waiting patiently not only moved stables, but is now firmly retired. And without that flagship, Ruth really deserves to get something a little bit tasty into her string. Well, she's done that in a big way. She's got another very good horse whose name eludes me at the moment, I'm afraid. But also in this race, a horse that I think that can go through the grades and become a multiple winner for her. And this is horse number 5, Edmund Dantes, the mount of title race elect or champion jockey elect Brian Hughes. He's so far clear that he could stop riding now and he'd still win the title. That's how good Brian is. Well, Edmund Dantes, 2 runs over fences. The first time he absolutely whizzed in and he looked a little bit special. And then last time at Newcastle, well, he was absolutely on the steel when at the third last he put down and paid the penalty and was out of the race. But I think he can bounce back here in glorious fashion to put his career back on track. I think he's a well-weighted horse, definitely one with a few pounds in hand of the handicapper. And for me, Edmund Dantes, not a great big price, I will tell you. 7-4 is the best. With William Hell or Sky Bet, I'd certainly take that because I think this horse is so well in, he could easily be back down to evens or even odds on. Edmund Dantes, number 5, it's a win bet on the 5-horse Edmund Dantes in the 4:40 race at Market RASEN today. As I said, a horse well worth waiting for. I'll be back to update this absolutely free message. At the same time, it will be, of course, 9 o'clock tomorrow, Thursday. And until then, have a great Wednesday. Look forward to speaking to you again tomorrow.